Hey students, welcome to the video session. Today we are going to see the exercises of the lesson Native Wisdom. Before we could start the exercises, let us go through the summary of the lesson. Native Wisdom by Yawa Ali Beg is set in the Amazonian forests of Brazil in South America. It is an account of an interaction between a poor tribal called Leon and a rich American tourist over the course of a trek into the forest. Right from the start, the tourist shows he is uncouth and disrespectful through his pompous and arrogant manner. He routinely insults the forest dwellers, including Leon, and thinks nothing of it. Just before they set out on their trail, Leon takes his shoes off and walks barefoot inside the forest. This gives the tourist more reasons to ridicule Leon. Leon ignores him and goes on to reveal the mystery of the Amazon rainforest to him. When they have to cross a stream, Leon puts his shoes on, while the tourist takes his own pair off. Once again, the tourist mocks Leon because he thinks that Leon is simply spoiling his shoes. As they cross the stream, the tourist, who cannot see past the surface of the water, steps on a stingray and gets stung. After Leon helps him to safety, he reveals to the tourist the reasons for not venturing barefoot into places where he cannot see. The theme of the story that wisdom is not the domain of the rich alone. Even the simplest and poorest among us can turn out to be the wisest. The lesson also teaches the importance of respecting other people's traditions and ways, even if they may seem different from our own. It is thus a gentle critique of our modern ways, which often mock at traditional forms of knowledge. The story fills the reader with a sense of wonder for the natural world, with its detailed descriptions of the Amazon forest. Leon's behavior and attitudes towards the forest inspires a sense of reverence for the natural world in the heart and mind of the reader. Now let us go through the exercises. Exercise A. Answer these questions. Who was Leon? Leon was a poor South American hunter. What did he do for a living? He earned a living working as a guide for tourists who came to see wildlife in the Amazon rainforest. According to the story, what do you have to do if you want to see the Amazon rainforest? According to the story, if you want to see wildlife in an Amazon rainforest, you must walk the small, narrow trails made by animals like peccaries and tapirs. Why did Leon take his shoes off? Leon took his shoes off because he could see where he was going and what he was stepping on, and so felt that he did not have to wear shoes. How did the tourist react? The tourist was surprised to see Leon do this and thought it was stupid of him to do so. Where did Leon take the tourist? Leon took the tourist inside the rainforest along a small trail which he found off the river bank. Describe the things they saw there. While walking through dark, damp vegetation, they saw a hummingbird, a boa constrictor, as well as dangerous plants like nettles. Why did the stingray attack the tourist? These words to whom? The tourist said these words to Leon. Why did he say this? He said this because he believed that forests were useful only if they yielded timber and other things which could be sold for a good sum of money. He did not appreciate forests for the richness of plant and animal life that could be found there. Not by our friends. Who said these words to whom and why? Leon said these words to the tourist because he called him Buckman, which is an insulting way to refer to a forest dweller. Man, this takes the cake. Who said these words to whom? The tourist said these words to Leon. What happened after this? While they were crossing the stream, the tourist who had taken off his shoes suddenly screamed in pain. He was crossing barefoot and didn't see a stingray hidden in the waterbed. It stung him when he stepped on it. Where the eye can't see is where people need shoes. Who was the speaker? Leon said these words to the tourist. Why did he say these words? The tourist thought Leon was stupid for removing his shoes on land and wearing them while crossing the stream. Therefore, Leon wanted to make the tourist realize that he had a sensible reason for wearing his shoes while crossing the stream. Exercise C. Think and answer. Throughout the story, the tourist laughs at natives because he thinks they are stupid. What does this tell you about him as a person? The behavior of the tourist tells us that he is an arrogant person who thinks he is smarter and better than the natives. Why do you think the story is called Native Wisdom? The story is titled Native Wisdom to teach us to respect the traditional forms of wisdom, even if we think they are old-fashioned. It also teaches us to respect other people's ways of life, even if they are different from our own. Students, please read the lesson and write the questions and answers in your notebook and learn it. Thank you for learning along. Thank you and have a great day.